Honorable,
Yes,
welcome, and welcome to the Senate House again.
thank you.
Yeah,
Good evening, viewers.
how Python they take son. Ekesi anyao.
Eke na-eme ọ na-anyanwụ ọ na-atụgharị if
So the
python
Python they rotate.
dey take sun, e go dey rotate.
All right, today the topic we are on is the issue of baby factories and adoption, the adoption
Mm,
process, especially generally, but also especially in Nigeria.
yeah.
Just some videos or some, I think it's a topic that is kind of increasingly relevant because some things are happening. Some are done in the right way, some are not done in the right way. I say, make I play the video, make you see, and with your honorable, thoughtmanship, you can give me a
Yes.
verdict.
Yeah, well, let's look at it and see what we can get out of it.
Okay.
The rising cases of baby factories in the nation have gradually added to the human rights issues bedeviling the country. The Nigerian police have in turn vowed to ensure that issues of child abuse and trafficking becomes a thing of the past. That's why these suspected members of a baby factory syndicate have been paraded at the state police headquarters in Delta State. They are accused of selling newborn babies after delivery. One victim, Blessing Aondosia, claimed that her baby was taken away from her by her husband after delivery.
She said that she went to a church conference from where they took him to a marriage, an arranged marriage. Because of frustration and difficulties, he returned home to meet the parents. The parents too, because they could not take responsibility, they decided to send him to a second marriage when he fell victim of this circumstance. That the said husband is the one who connived with those people to sell the daughter.
Also, the police recorded another breakthrough in crime eradication after apprehending a 74-year-old man reported to have defiled a 14-year-old girl.
Now let those two when they bring trouble, they come. How many of them? How many times he does that? One at once, the other one at two times.
The suspects explained their involvement in crime.
My husband tell me that there's a place that he will take me that I will go and have a treatment because that's how my body is doing me. So my husband now took me that I was there waiting for the woman because the woman is a nurse. So I was there waiting for the woman before the police people now come arrest.
My wife is a auxiliary nurse, but he dey operate am for house. All these women they come for treatment before police come. Police come with this woman and one girl. They are talking about selling baby or selling baby. Then pack people welcome treatment to station.
For the police, this is definitely not the end of the story, as investigations are still ongoing and there are plans to apprehend other members of the syndicate.
Honorable,
Yeah.
you can see it's a serious issue. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, it's a serious issue. It's a real serious issue. In fact, people who are doing this business of buying human being, yes, we understand there's proper adoption, which is to give the unborn child a better life. But I don't think this is the best practice in adoption. This is human trafficking, as they clearly stated in that report. And it's just prevalent in every corners of Nigeria. Then the question now, we now want to ask is, people who are doing this business, do they really have conscience, because when you know that you do what you are doing is illegal, yes, a couple who could not have a child and they want to adopt, yes, it's a legal practice, but somebody who is at a disadvantage and you are taking advantage of them because you want to make yourself happy, that is another face of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's despicable. Anything that has to do with harming or even putting another human being to in the way of harm, both psychologically, physically, in any way, it's kind of abuse. I think that even in the best of organized society, say in the Western world, I think it's still a big problem because you find that most people there are always issues with these things. You understand? So, and then you can then imagine how it would be in societies where you don't have a lot of organization. You understand? So it's a big problem. It's a big problem. I think it's fueled by something about, I don't know, greed. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's fueled by greed, one, then desperation and poverty. I can take desperation away, but it's mainly boils down on poverty, lack of government care. Like there's no, just like, obviously, if we compare where we are in the UK, where we stay, to what is obtainable in that side of the world, is another story it's a story for another day. But
obviously,
what is fueling this practice is greed on the part of who, because when you are doing something, when you are doing a business, it's a two-way thing. Yeah, there's a middleman, there's a person who needs that service, and then there is the person who is bringing that service. So if there's no people who need it and doesn't want to go about it in a proper way, then they involve a middleman who will organize. Look at this is our children, and if you look at them, you will see that they are probably many of them are not mentally stable.
Yeah, there's a possibility about that. One thing I really wanted to, obviously, we looked at the bad part of the bad part of the human being, if you like to put it that way, that is fueling this. But I also understand that there's also the part of it that is fueled by, like you rightly said before, desperation. People who don't have their own children, but who are wanting to have a family.
Yes.
By so doing, the idea of a adoption, for instance, becomes more acceptable for them, because it means that what they cannot do physically by themselves, someone else will do it for them, and so they also offer opportunities to children who would otherwise have suffered, for instance, without good care. Now, somebody who can provide that better care is now able to do that through adoption. There's also the issue of people who cannot have their own children. So this gives them the opportunity to have their own children without necessarily being the physical parents. That way they can, say, go to a young child, go to adopt a baby, if you want to call it that way. I think the adoption of it is more, if you look at it, is more palatable. The baby factor of it is where the problem you even lie more. Because with the baby
Yes.
factory, that is just like the people you're seeing on screen now. These are very small girls, very tiny, in tiny ages. Maybe some of them 17, 15 sometimes.
I don't think many of them probably are not up to 17.
So now they have to be taken to a factory, and that factory name is very apt. Factory is where
It's a depicable description, to be honest.
Yeah, so they are impregnated, which now also points to rape, you know.
Yes.
And then their duty is to continue hatching babies.
Yes. Because there's a buyer.
There's a buyer. So long as there's a buyer, raping will continue. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's exactly where the problem, I think, is now with the baby factory part of things. You understand?
Yeah.
So, how do you think is a way this thing can be brought under control? Because I think in places like Nigeria or in many other African countries as well, even in Asia, I think there's not much control. There's not much legislation in place to be able to manage this. What do you think?
Is a very, very, very complicated situation, to be honest, because like for example, here all of us were living here in the UK, and every child that is born here can be accounted for. Because for example, let me use myself as an example, which the last time that we were having a baby, my wife missed one antenatal appointment. All the whole people, they were chasing us.
Yep.
They involve social service, like it becomes like we have committed a crime already. For me, in fact, the pressure they put on us, like, in fact, I don't think I've experienced it. It looks as if, in fact, you are in trouble already.
Yeah.
Now, there is no such. We don't have such system in those type of places. That is where it's difficult. And again, some of our traditions and practices is also making it very difficult. Because, for example, a small girl who is underage, who cannot give consent, can be molested and abused.
Yeah.
The parents does not have the resources. Even if that person is reported to the authority, nothing happens. And when the parents does not have the resources to take care of that child and the baby, this is what happened. Then that middleman now, who has potential buyers, will now come in as a helper and take those little kids to what is now described as a baby factory. If you look at those places in the image that was shown on the system, you will see that the places, even the environment is very, very bad. These children are subjected under difficult with pregnancy. They are in a place that is just like a dog. They don't receive proper healthcare service. They are just they treat them like, just give birth, somebody is waiting, buy them, and that's it. So I don't know if they will be, because this area is just like a place where that, yes, government is doing a lot, but a lot has not been done in that area.
No, I think you're right. There's nothing
Nothing has been done in that area.
Just like many areas in that has not been regulated. The area, this industry of child, adoption, it generally needs to be regulated. There needs to be, protective laws that will be focused in the interest of the young people, the babies, unborn babies, the born babies, the people that are the mothers as well.
Yes.
All these things are things that need to be done to make sure that people are protected. Because at the moment, I think it's free field. Anybody comes and does what they want. That's why you have all these incessant, news about abuse, fueled by frustration on the part of the parents who or parents to be who want their own children, on the part of young girls who really want to make a living for themselves, to have life, and also, if you extend it, on the part of the people who use the facilities to have this. On the screen now, for instance, you see a hospital in Owerri that was busted because used as a baby factory.
Yeah.
So that's some of the things. Normally they will have the impression of you go to an ordinary hospital. You're not going to say, you see this one, beautiful baby,
Beautiful gate clinic.
Beautiful. Before you know what's happening, it's already nothing. Everything is going wrong there. Until somebody comes out one day and makes a statement, that's how you know.
Honestly, it's a difficult. With me, I'm people who is into that business. It's a crime against humanity.
No.
Both the person, I know if you don't have a baby and you want to have a baby of your own, do it the right way. If you do it the right way, you are not leaving a mark. But when you like, if you want to have a baby and you are using somebody who is at a disadvantage, you ask question, because what if you put yourself in that shoe? What if you are the one, your child is being taken away from you because of you are in the circumstances where you cannot help, and you are not going to, there's chances you will never see that child again. And that is like a scar, especially any parents is a scar. That scar will never heal.
Some people actually want to give away their child, right? For those people, would you also see their parents as being, the adopter, the person adopting, as being as doing something wrong?
No, people who do it with good consent, everybody's happy, that is okay. But people just like what you show on the screen now, where hospitals hide under the umbrella of being hospital, in operating illegal businesses.
You can see that one is very clear. You can see that it's not being run properly. It's being run. It's a criminal enterprise.
Yeah, because when you are doing something and police find you come, that means something is wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Anyway,
people who are desperate to have their own baby is a natural thing. But ask questions. Somebody will not just come and get a baby from nowhere. And you say, oh, I've adopted a baby. You don't know the root. Like here, when you want to adopt a baby here in the UK, there's a proper record of the baby birth, the parents, everything. You have everything. You see the chronicle of that baby's history. But I don't think it's that same. Obviously, it can never be.
No, I'm not even holding them to UK standard. I'm just saying at least do the basic right things, and then because there are basic things that should be done properly, which you're not doing, Anyway, so we don't stretch it too far. What do you think the government should do now, finally, or anybody should do? Maybe not just the government. Anybody should do. What do you think should be done now?
To be honest with you, it's just as You know, in Nigeria, we do it so much on social media, and anything that just come up for maybe for the week, it will trend for maybe few days, and after that, everybody just forget about it. We don't hold anybody to account. We don't ask questions. Once it's gone, it's gone. People make joke out of it, and that's it.
Yeah.
What we can do is it still boils down on the system. When you don't have a good system, there is no foundation that will work. Because trust me, the policeman and those child trafficking agencies who went to that place to arrest those people, we still release them. Go back there in the next 3 months, they are still they've gone back to normal business. So it's difficult. The only thing I'm saying is everybody's government. Everybody's government. If you do the right thing, you will see the right thing. Everybody is government, because somebody who is on the street is the person who happens to be in place of power to make decisions. So a lot has to be done by government, especially because it's involved human being, human emotions. You can wake up somebody and somebody tell you, "Oh, you were adopted. These were not your parents." I know people who that in real life, they don't know where they come from. And you see them every day. They are emotionally and mentally in problem all the time. So it just boils down on having a good system. And this area of baby adoption in Nigeria need proper regulation.
You said it all. I think that's where what needs to be done. It's government regulations that are very, very suitable to the Nigerian terrain. And not just Nigeria, it happens all over the world, but obviously where we need more work inside places like Africa, where you don't, I think the laws are still a bit relaxed. Some of Asia as well. Anything that has to do with baby adoption, or child adoption, baby factory kind of thing. Baby factory should be completely closed, in my opinion. Because you can't have another person just coming to be born the picking for you. If you want to adopt the child the proper way. There's also part of baby adoption that deals with people unborn babies. Yeah, it should be done the right way. Anyway, let's round it up now. Hopefully we should be seeing some aspects of some actions in this area. Very, very soon. This also reminds us of the issue of organ donation that happened, and we will also talk about that in the nearest future.
In the nearest future.
All right, Honorable. For this one, is it a nay or a aye?
It's a nay, obviously, because it's not. It's something that is affecting the masses in a very negative way.
Absolutely. For me, it's a massive nay as well.
Yes.
It's a massive nay. All right, Honorable. We'll go on recess now, and we'll meet again within the next few minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye, viewers.
Bye.